Right, guys, live from the Zubi Garden, medicine for beginners. And we have Roxanne today.
So we're here at the Zubi's garden, and I brought some herbs, and we have some guests here, and we're gonna talk about some things. Before I jump into the presentation, I just wanted to show, what's your name again?
Elaine.
Elaine, about plantain leaves. I found these in the garden, and these are for mosquito bites. See how, like, when you get the little bumps, you find these leaves. They grow really low to the ground, and they have like these seeds coming up. You could just crush it in your hands until you get like a little bit of like a paste, and then apply it to the mosquito bite, and it instantly stops the itch.
Oh,
and
really?
Then,
Yeah,
plantain
because I
leaf.
have some right over here.
Yeah. Let me have that piece.
Right?
These mosquitoes in here tearing us
Let's
up.
take care of our skin.
Everybody plantain leaves themselves down.
Now that we have our itch down, we're gonna get started with plant medicine for beginners. And let me just begin by taking a few deep breaths together, so we can like ground ourselves, plant ourselves to the garden. So let's on the count of 3, take a deep breath in, hold it, and then let it out slowly. One more. And let it out. And this is like, it helps me because now I could slow down. I don't have to speak too quickly, and we just kind of get on the same wavelength. And as we're about to start, the first thing I noticed walking in is the amount of mugwort that's growing here. So I definitely wanted to mention mugwort. Mugwort is a weed. When you come over here, it grows everywhere, right? On sides of the buildings, everywhere.
Let's show them a bigger, better one. So then
All of that is mugwort.
Really? Yes,
It's
it
not to
is.
see,
Look.
It is.
but it's
a whole forest of it.
And what does it
field of
do?
mugwort. So mugwort is a plant that you can harvest and make a tea out of it, and it's good for digestion.
Wow.
And because it has a bitter taste, if you take it before you eat, it gets the digestion stimulated.
Oh, great.
So any herb that is bitter, that has like a strong flavor, is digestion, a stimulant. And it's also like we could cut out the plants, tie them up, and make smudge sticks, and it's good for like dreams and intuition, and like helps remember dreams. You can just hang it in your room. Mugwort is one of those plants that if it grows here, it's because we all need to be working with our digestion, with our dreams, getting real clear about where we are.
she's actually
I've
gonna
been
make
doing
one,
that.
right?
We're gonna make some. We're gonna make the
I've been
the
doing
bundle.
that, so I must be probably around a lot of it.
It might even be growing in front of your house.
Probably.
So we're gonna go through like a few of the herbs that I brought here, and then we're gonna make herbal oils for the skin, for the hair. It could be for like cooking. So let me just like talk a little bit about the herbs. The first ones that I wanted to talk about are nettles and oat straw, and I'm gonna give them to you guys and pass them so you can smell them.
I've
See.
never heard of that.
So
Nettle?
nettles. It's called
Nettles, okay.
stinging nettles. Because if you grow stinging,
Stinging metals. Nettles.
if you grow it in your garden,
I smell it, yeah.
it will
It smells
prickle
like
you.
another kind of herb. Yeah.
Like a little oregano.
I was going to say
That's a little
Yeah.
oregano smell.
A little oregano, a little bit. Some people say that it smells.
Hey,
a little
baby
bit.
girl.
So nettles is the first one that I like to tell anyone who wants to work with herbs, because it's like a multivitamin. It has vitamins A through K. It has a lot of minerals and proteins. And if you drink this every day in combination with oat straw, it's like a multivitamin. Are you familiar with oat straw?
Like OAT?
Like the oats, oats that we eat.
Yeah.
If you grow the plant, just cut the grass, and then the grass is what you could make a tea with.
I never see these particular herbs. Nettle.
You could order the seeds. Oats, some people use it as like a cover crop too over the winter, and then you just get the grass.
This smells like chamomile.
Yeah? It's sweet.
Yeah.
So oat straw has like calcium, magnesium, and it's like a soothing for the nervous system herb. And then nettles is like vitamins A through K, and it's good for like the urinary system and the blood system. So if you drink these two every day, like I said, it's a multivitamin. This is like the natural way of getting your medicine in if you don't want to take something, that's not natural, grown from the ground. And like the way that you would do it, you could make a tea, which is, make 1 tablespoon of the herb to 1 cup of water, 5-10 minutes, you get some of the medicine. But if you want to go deep into like repairing your set, like down to the cellular level, you make an infusion. So an infusion is like, I usually do a large jar because it'll last for a few days. That's like 1/4 of the herbs. So like half of oat straw, half of nettles. Then fill it up with hot water and let it sit out overnight or for like 4 hours. And then after that, it gets really dark, really rich. You could take that around, take at least 3 cups a day, and you're like literally repairing your system.
Eat it?
No,
No.
you're drinking it.
You drink it. You would strain the herbs.
Oh, strain it. Okay.
So you let it sit for a few hours or overnight, strain the herbs, and then carry around that big jar with you and just continuously. It helps with like the urinary tract. It helps with like the blood system, so like to detox the blood, because we live in like environments where like just breathing the air we get like
Everything
we get all kinds of metals in our system.
Everything's good.
So we want to clear out our blood from that kind of stuff. So these are the 2 herbs that, like, if anyone wants to get into herbs, I recommend these because it'll give you energy. It'll get like your body ready to then go into like some other stuff that you want to do, like if you want to work on your blood level, sugar, heart, digestion, other things, then you start to incorporate herbs. But first you get your body nice and strong by drinking some infusions of nettles and oat straw. So as you're taking notes, I'm gonna keep going.
Find something to write on. I didn't bring my notebook with me.
Oh, you
but
can use
that's
that.
it. I got
Yeah,
it.
use
I
that.
got
That
it.
goes
Just-
No, use
my
this.
binder. I'm not using it because if I was to read all the
We'll be here all
the
night.
constituents, all the things that these do, but just the
I never heard of nettles.
nettles, stinging nettles, because there's a few different nettles.
It's Nettles.
Yeah, and yep,
What you said? Stinging.
stinging nettles.
Stinging. There's different nettles.
Stinging.
Like bee sting, stinging.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And the other one was
Oat straw.
oat straw.
And they're so good. And if you study like energy of plants too, some plants are really hot and fiery. Some are like more soothing and like gentle. Nettles is like a fiery hot, like get in your body and do all the things. Like some people have like that personality of like going in. That herb has that, like it'll go in and do the work.
Is
And
that the one A
That's
to K?
the nettles.
Is that the one that's vitamin A to K?
A to K, phosphorus, bunch of other ones. And then oat straw is more of like a soft, gentle, like nervous system and like brain health. Like it repairs nerve damage too. So like if you combine them together, you get both, like a balance of like like a yin and yang effect, and they help each other. They work together. So you get even more benefits by combining them. So that's the oat straw, nettles. And then I brought a few other herbs that you could grow in the garden. You might be growing lemon balm, rose, lavender, chamomile. And I have some calendula. Not a
Never
lot,
heard of
but
that one.
you've heard of calendula?
No.
No, me
Okay.
either.
No.
So calendula is from the not the sunflower, marigold family.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So, but it's not
Doesn't
the-
it keep bugs away, marigolds?
Yeah, if you plant them near your
plant 'em
beds,
around your,
it's really good to grow them.
I remember that.
but if you get that specific type of marigold called calendula,
Ooh, it smells good.
yeah, this is
Smells like
the
you can eat it.
you can
All
I
these
can
you
see
can.
it being
Yeah.
put in the food.
right,
But
pretty
that one made me
garnish.
just really think of food. Like
So it
throwing a
probably, but
dish.
that probably would definitely go under the edible flowers category. Because some flowers are
Yeah.
edible.
And they're so pretty too. Like if you dry them
I
as a
don't-
full flower.
I need to write down how to spell that because I have no idea.
Yeah, calendula. This one I don't have a
Calendula.
label. calendula.
Okay. Okay,
Calendula.
like calendar, almost.
And this
Okay.
is the skin herb. Like if you get those natural salves or lotions in the store, if you look in the ingredients, most of the time they have calendula. Because this is the herb that I brought it because it's a nice one to make oils with. Once you have the oil, it's good for like rashes, burns, acne, psoriasis.
Oh, I need that.
Yeah, all the things that are related to skin, or even
Mine-
just like moisturizing and softening.
But it even sounds to like a first aid need. You know what I
Absolutely.
mean? Just to have.
Just to have, like, if you get a bird, if you have mosquito and you don't mosquito rashes and you don't have plantain around, then a nice oil of the calendula will soothe it. And it's gentle enough for babies.
That's what I was about to say. That's something kid friendly.
My
Absolutely.
granddaughters have little patches of eczema. You know, so they're always talking about the little areas they have a little bit of eczema. So they
Lavender's
always
good for
itching.
eczema too.
Yeah, you could add
So those two
lavender and
together?
calendula.
Ooh, probably a powerhouse.
Absolutely. You could combine these two, add some olive oil, and
Yeah.
we'll go over the steps for that. But I'm glad you mentioned lavender, so I'll talk a little bit. Like when you think of lavender, here, I'll pass it around. Just the smell.
Yes, I love lavender. Yes. And it's not too strong, though. It's nice.
Yeah. Yep.
Lavender just has you.
Just right. Let's all like
yeah.
get
I
some
wish I had
lavender
that.
energy
Yeah,
in
yeah.
here.
To kick
Yeah,
my
that
feet up
is nice.
and
Makes
lay
you
back
think of
on
your
the...
bath, right?
Yeah.
That's it. That's it. And that's what everybody knows about lavender. They know that it's relaxing, it's soothing, it puts you like to sleep. You could make a bath. But there's more because the root word is lava, which means to wash. And it's literally, it has all the antifungal, antibacterial, antimicrobial, antiseptic, which means you could disinfect with lavender. So it's actually like a really strong herb if you're using it medicinally. It'll clean externally, so like the skin, the hair, but it'll also clean internally. So if you have a tea, it's like cleansing to like the system, washing out the things that we don't need in our system anymore. So lavender is a powerhouse. It's cute, it's soft, but if you know the benefits, then you're like, ooh, it's got a lot
A
more.
little bit will do you.
Yeah. And if you're making a tea, you don't want to put a lot because it's bitter. You tried it?
No, but I'm saying from what you said, it's like don't mess around.
Don't mess
It's
with it.
serious.
It's
You can even Google summer recipe. They have a lavender lemonade recipe for the summer. Yeah.
Oh, that sounds good.
That's
I make all kinds of different things with my granddaughter, so
Try it.
sounds
I'm waiting.
love
I
that.
actually ordered me some lavender. Like, well, it looks like that.
Yeah.
I ordered me some to make the lemonade, but I never got around to it. It's still sitting in the house.
It's
brand new.
ready.
girl, you better go ahead and make some.
Uh-huh.
I just throw the herbal tea bags in water, and in a bowl or whatever, and let it just steep on its own.
Yeah.
I don't even boil it or make it hot anymore. Just
Well, when I lived
you
around
feel
here,
it.
I had a balcony, and I had got into making moon teas.
moon tea.
Yeah, so it's where you put
I
your
never heard of
tea in, like you said, in the water to steep, but you let it brew in the moon. So at the moon, you can see perfectly at that balcony I had. You can even make sun tea.
Yeah, that's what I was doing. I
Yeah,
just leave
brew
it
it in the
out,
sun.
be like, and then add my little sugar to it. Have you tried Madhava coconut organic sugar?
I use coconut sugar.
Yeah,
That's my favorite sugar.
It come in a white bag.
No, I buy the Trader Joe's brand.
Oh, well, I came across the brand. I think it's MADHAVA. I don't know what country, but it's organic and it's coconut sugar, but it doesn't taste coconutty.
No, it doesn't.
It's sweet. It's
And
It's just like sugar.
Yeah, and it's
I
supposed
gotta
to
get
break
on that.
down much better than regular sugar.
Especially
And
for
some-
kids.
only
Kids are
thing
so
is-
addicted.
Yeah,
now
only
to
thing is
sugar.
sometimes with certain recipes, you might have to use a little more.
Okay.
Because
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
not
yeah, yeah.
as
It's not as sweet.
Takes a little bit
Yeah,
more.
but
yeah,
it's
yeah.
sweet.
Yeah, it's sweet.
It's sweet.
It's brown too.
I'm gonna look
Yeah,
for
it's
it.
brown.
Yeah.
Because the artificial sugar is
No
Oh.
good.
no
Bad
good. It's
for your kidneys.
processed. That's
It's
yeah.
bad for your
Bad.
kidneys.
Yeah.
It's bad.
NutraSweet and all that stuff, no good.
Yeah. So now you know lavender for the skin, for the hair, for cleansing, for disinfecting internally, externally. So like you said, these two, if you want to do like a nice skin, like calendula and lavender, that's it. And also, like you mentioned, moon teas. This is my favorite moon herb. So like plants have energy, just like we all have like energy, right? Like some of us, like I'm a Pisces, so I'm very watery. Some people are like fire. Some people are like in the air. So they all have different energies. Like this one, you could tell like just by looking at the color and by hearing about what it does. It's sun energy. But then this one is lemon balm. Lemon balm is moon. You take it and it's like soothing, it's relaxing, it's good for the digestion system and the nervous system. So like if you have a lot of like nervous energy, or like you feel it in the gut, like when you're about to go into like, I don't know, a presentation or something and you're getting those butterflies.
So anxiety.
It's anti-anxiety.
Okay. I need some of that.
We all do.
Oh, Lord.
The times we living in.
Oh, right? Look at how big this jar is. This is like grown in several gardens. I'm always like collecting the lemon balm because we need it. Yeah, so you would take it, and it's like an uplifting, so it's an antidepressant herb too. So it like calms your system and makes you a little bit happy. And it's not gonna give you like too much energy, so you could drink it at nighttime. It's also antifungal and antiviral. So, we want to keep like viruses out of our system now. It's nice to have lemon balm. And if you make an oil, because it's antifungal, you could use it like nail fungus. You could use it HPV, like herpes or like cold sores. Lemon balm will go in and just like clear it out. So it's nice.
So wait, I have a question. So when you say herpes, like what? When a flare up?
Like a flare up, like the actual like when you need to like soothe it with something like an oil of lemon balm will soothe it and suppress it from growing.
I know when you said that and we record, I know people like what?
Exactly.
We have like, what do you mean? Like, is it gonna cure it or what does it help?
It will.
So it helps the outbreak.
The outbreak, exactly, and it's the natural remedy for herpes instead of like going out and getting something that's gonna have like other effects, other symptoms. This one,
because that's natural, so it doesn't have all this other.
Yeah, I like to put it in like a lip balm. Like I like to make lip balms. So like if you're using it around your mouth, then you just like spread it around your face, and it's a nice cure.
Because some people are susceptible to cold sores. They get a cold sore.
So let me ask you. So
stress.
I'm happy you guys mentioned that. So you have herpes simplex 1 and simplex 2. Does it help with both? The one that's on the vaginal area, that may be on that area.
Yeah, because it's antiviral, and herpes is a virus.
Okay.
And so you use it topically, which
I don't know
means
if I
like
can say
directly.
vaginal. I hope that's not a word. I'm not
I think that's the word. No, that is the word you would want to use.
For the internet, you know how they crazy over certain things. Okay.
They can't be crazy over
Right, the
things
clinical
they talk
terms.
All right, so for your private parts, so it works for above the waist and below the waist.
Yep. There you go, lemon balm, very powerful. And I didn't pass it around yet.
No,
Yes.
you didn't. That's what I was just saying.
Wait until you just get a whiff of it.
Smells nice and medicinal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does smell nice.
The tea tastes like that.
Yeah, I could see that really being a good tea with some honey, with that lemon smell.
Or that coconut sugar. You got me wanting some. I ain't had none in a long time. I've been using honey so much. I'm addicted to honey.
Yeah, I like that too. I like honey, especially in the tea, in the hot tea. I have some cranberry honey at home right now because, ShopRite sells the local beekeepers' honey. They have it marked and shelved, and they tell you this like from our local bee.
Yeah, but you
That's
have
the
to be
best one to
careful with
get.
them too because you don't. So you know how they get flavored honey, right? So the bees are kept close to like a blueberry patch. You know what I mean? So that's how you get your flavored honey. So if they're putting pesticides and different things on those plants, do I really want that honey?
Right.
You know, because that's the point of us getting into all this. Well, some of us, you know what I mean? It's me.
But
It's
we have beekeepers here in Newark.
no, but what I'm saying, we have beekeepers. We have a lot of gardeners in Newark, but how many of them are doing non-GMO organic gardening? What seeds are they using? Are they spraying pesticides? I had one garden that I had around the corner that I couldn't grow anything there because the guy that had the garden next door, every so often he puts on this white suit and he has this sprayer.
Yeah. And that's what they were saying, how the ones that use pesticides was messing up the organic.
Yeah, because you gotta realize the wind blows.
Yeah.
The wind blows.
Yeah.
It's
I heard
wild.
they have some of these bee things on rooftops in Newark. Some of the ones that's keeping bees.
Yeah, it's always good to ask the person growing directly, like, what do you use and how are
Because
you
they
saving it?
advertise it and they have it in a special place and they say that it's like local. So
And we want to support local.
That's the one I buy instead of, because I know the one that golden blossom stuff.
Oh no,
That's
some of
not
that
even-
stuff.
I don't
Some of
go
that
over there
stuff,
looking
you know, that's another thing that's harmful
Pasteurized
to
and
consumers
everything.
that they don't know. You know, it can have 1% of honey in it, and they can call it honey.
That's right.
And the rest of it is fructose corn syrup.
Yeah.
and
They got that color. Like you be thinking.
Yeah, raw honey. Always.
Yeah. I don't look at that stuff.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. I would, because I'm not really too versed on honey because I'm not into beekeeping.
Yeah.
So I just would want to know like how that honey's produced because I know I always buy organic, raw, non-GMO honey. You know, so
Yeah.
for them to obviously market like that, you have honey that's not that.
Yeah, and it's separate. It's in the produce section. It's not over in the aisle with the so-called honeys.
I need to go get some. Honey is another way that you can make medicine. Like, I don't know, like say you wanted to make your own honey, like raspberry flavor or lemon balm flavor, any
you make
flavor.
honey. You need some bees.
Well,
don't
you need the honey. I would get the raw honey, as local as possible, because the local has like the things that we need specific for our environment. But you could also like fill up like a jar of half with, let's say, chamomile, and then pour the honey. Or a good one that's really like good for cold and flu season is garlic. You chop up the garlic.
No, that
Well-
messed up the honey for me.
No, but it completely
But see,
changes. It
yeah, I know.
caramelizes it. So let's not use garlic as example.
Garlic and honey.
Let's say chamomile or like a rose honey. If you wanted to make like some gift or something, like half of the herb, pour the honey, put it away for like 3 to 4 weeks, and the honey gets like almost like liquefies a little bit, and then whatever's inside starts to caramelize. So it's like a nice, if you like to do things at home and you already have honey, and you start to get into herbs, then you don't always have to make tea or like one specific way. You could incorporate it into like everything.
And that honey's very costly. I bought some from some local growers in New York when I was at the car show. But I went outside to another block and they had like a little street festival thing going on. And I think I paid maybe $40-something for like
is high.
a small
Oh,
jar.
small
But it
one.
was infused with flowers.
Yeah.
And you can make it yourself.
And it tastes so yummy. And it even
Yes.
had like little flower particles in it.
Imagine that with the one, what's that,
The calendula.
Yes.
Oh,
You
yeah,
like that
honey.
one.
Yes, 'cause it's just, that's the one that's the marigolds, right? Because it made me think of food when I smelled it. You know, it smells savory to me.
Yeah, okay, good. You should definitely work with that one because it's like the one that called your attention. Maybe that's the one your body's like that. But just to get through the rest of the herbs, we talked a little bit about lemon balm, digestion and nervous system and moon energy. So if you like to make the lunar teas, like that's a good one. Rose. I love that you have rose here because we got to collect some rose hips earlier. Here, these are I'll show you this one.
Yeah, I've heard of them, but I've never.
So these are like the little bulbs that come out from under the roses.
Mm-hmm.
If you get that, that's the fruit of the plant.
Oh,
So you can see that when we open that it has the seeds inside.
yeah.
So I'm gonna take this because I really want to grow some of those rose bushes in a garden near me.
Because you never see, it's hard to
the
find
rose
seeds
seeds inside?
anymore.
that are not pesticide or GMO.
Right. Look at the watermelon. No seeds anymore. When I was coming up as a kid, you had the big black
Right.
seeds
You had
in
to
the
spit it out.
watermelon.
Now you have to buy them off the trucks.
Yeah, that's where I used to go as a kid. My father
Oh, it's
and
tons
I.
of them. It's a watermelon man. I'll give you this
Where?
information.
Yeah, because
I'll give it
my
to you.
father and I used to go on Belmont Avenue, which is...
I know about 3 of them. It's one that be on Springfield Avenue. It's another one I met on Elizabeth
I
Avenue the
haven't
other night.
seen a watermelon truck
Yeah, he
because
drives
I don't
around.
know where they are.
Yeah.
I haven't seen. They used to have the big one with the sides with the metal.
On
Up in
Avon
the
Avenue. I've
long
seen one.
watermelons, and you go up there.
He even
and
makes
pick 'em.
fresh watermelon drinks.
Oh yeah, I
Ooh.
know that.
And it has the seeds. The
Yeah.
watermelons have the seed. Look
they
at
have
that.
the seeds in them.
Yeah.
Look at that. That's the
Wow.
watermelons we need to be getting.
Yes, they're seeded.
Yeah, because
I
they
don't buy
have
nothing if it doesn't have
seeds.
seeds.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's supposed to have seeds. If it doesn't have seeds, I don't buy it.
Mm-mm. Yeah, that's
I
why.
bought
That's a
one
rare
watermelon this
find.
summer from the supermarket, and of course, you know, it didn't have seeds. Because I don't know about where any watermelon trucks are.
Yeah, I'll take care of you on the
Look at
watermelon.
that.
girl. I
Look
got
at
you.
that.
My father taught me how to pluck it, and I was in the store, and I was doing like this. I said, no, that don't sound right. Then I went to another one. I said, oh, it sounds right. It was so sweet. I got home and cut it. It was sweet.
Pluck it, and then if you hear this, like
it's supposed to have a dull sound.
Okay.
Not a pingy sound.
Oh.
Deep, dull sound.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I know. I'm
I
gonna
didn't know
remember
that.
that.
Yeah, well, I used to go all
I
the
take
time.
mine off the color of the yellow part.
That's when you know to pick
The
them
yellow
from the
part?
garden.
No, so you know when
The
it's been
white-
sitting on the ground long enough and
underneath?
underneath. I
Yeah, I
pick
know
it
what
by
you're saying.
that
That's
yellow
what
spot.
I said underneath. Yeah.
Yeah.
My father used to be up there plucking them. He was from Georgia, and he was a farmer.
He knows
Yeah.
the things that we could learn from your father. I'm sure.
I learned from this little thing somebody had posted on Facebook before, and it had like different pictures of what to look for, like the webbing on the bottom and the color.
I knew what you were talking about
Yeah.
because I've been around so many
Uh-huh.
watermelons coming up. That's why I said underneath.
Yes.
Yeah, and when you're growing them in the garden, you never know. Like, are they ready? Should you?
So last year, something got to ours, and this year they just didn't grow.
They're hard. They're hard. I mean,
They
I planted a 4x8 bed and only one watermelon out of that whole bed, but we got a watermelon.
At least you got one.
One. We're gonna keep those seeds too.
Yeah.
Back to rose hips. Rose hips, from the rose plant, they're full of vitamin C. So if you have a rose bush like this one over here, pesticide free, non-GMO, you want to harvest the little fruits and make tea out of them, or you could do like honey flavored. They're more like a tart flavor. I don't know if you can really smell this one. But yeah, save them, make a tea. Way more. It has 1 cup of tea has like the equivalent of eating 10 oranges.
Okay.
So even if you go to like an herbal store and you see them, they're worth having around. Really good medicine.
Oh,
And
wait,
then-
hold on 1 second, guy. What I learned today is, because that was my first time learning about rose hips, wait till they turn this pink orangish color. Don't get them while they're still green. If they have a little bit of green on it, it's fine.
Yeah, that's
But make
okay.
sure they have that color, because if they're all green, they're not ready.
Yeah, just give them a little bit more time. And then another part that we can make medicine with is the rose petals.
I thought
Yes, just the rose petals,
I smell so good.
right?
Make me
That's
think of my bath again.
this is the benefits. When you think of rose, the first thing you think of is like love. They're like the symbol of like passion, and the reason is because it's actually heart medicine. Like you can make tea, yeah, if you have like heart palpitations or like heart conditions, this is a gentle rose, like a gentle heart medicine that won't like interact with the medicine if you're taking like heart medicine. Other herbs that are for the heart, you have to be careful, but this one is gentle enough that you could just like, it strengthens your heart, it soothes your heart like emotionally and physically. And yeah, like the minute you smell it, you think of like bath,
Makes me
self-care.
relax. You know, soothing.
We're gonna do our Zoom classes again starting soon, and we're gonna have you once a month.
Once a month. I could get a whole
good.
class on like one herb alone.
I know.
Because there's so much more to add.
Yeah,
This is like
that
an
we don't
overview.
know. This is very important, especially in these times.
Yeah.
Very important to know what we have. That we have in our backyards or someone else's backyard that we might need to use for medicine one day.
Yeah.
And to grow your own, you know where it's coming from, you know who planted, who harvested, what water you used. So yeah, always like if you have access to a garden like that, this is where I like to get my medicine from. Not the supermarket or the botanicas. Like I was mentioning, sometimes I have to go to like the hoodoo places because they're the only ones that carry plants around. But rose, it's also used a lot in skincare products, right? You see a lot of rose or like rose oils because it tightens the skin. It's got like this property called astringent, which means like it pulls out like any like pores and stuff, and it like makes it nice and toned. So if you are into making your own beauty products, lotions, oils, rose is a nice one to add to like both of these, calendula and lavender too. These are all like skincare, but rose is more for like face.
And so you got all your herbs from the garden.
So not all of them. Some I do order from a place called Frontier Co-op, and they're a cooperative that grows all these things.
Okay, Frontier Co-op.
Yes, Frontier Co-op. And they're...
I'm looking to order things from some place that is organic, you know.
Yeah, that's the one. There's a few others, but that's the one that's more like ethically, like I trust the way that they do business as opposed to others. But some of them, like the lemon balm, the calendula, not the nettles. These two came from like local gardens, like Newark and Jersey City, Hudson County. If it were up to me,
I work in Jersey City.
I live in Jersey City, so I'll tell you where my garden is, so you can come and harvest some.
And you know what? I wanted to know about a garden, so you'd be great.
Look at that! Definitely giving you all that info.
Yes. I love to connect dots.
Yeah, there's a reason why you came here today. I'm so glad.
I was bent on it. I came back.
You came back. You were like, no, not yet. Okay, now. Then one more that we're going to talk about, and then you're going to make your oils. This one is chamomile.
Oh yeah, that's very relaxing too.
Chamomile for sleep, insomnia.
And tea too. Tea, nice tea
The
before
tea.
bed. Yeah, chamomile.
Chamomile is also good for the skin.
Okay.
More for like softening and like moisturizing, as opposed to like lavender, which is more like cleaning, and like calendula is more like first aid. Rose is more for the face. Chamomile is just like a feel good, soft, gentle. The tea itself is for digestion, so like it eases the digestion. Oh, the lantern flies. My first instinct is to run there and squash it.
It's on a tree.
Right, it's gonna jump straight
it
to
lands
you.
right on my arm like that's a branch.
It's coming.
I mean, it's like 3 or 4 times they've landed on my bare arms.
It's like it's slowly making its way
Don't
closer
you make
to
your
you.
way over here. I got one today.
Flying lantern over there?
Yeah. As soon as I saw it, I was
Thinks
like,
I'm
oh,
a
gotta
tree
go get
all the
it.
time.
But I'm gonna let that one be while I.
It's like in your
Think about herbs.
grapevine.
It is trying to make itself
Yes, it's like in the grapevine. Better come get it.
right. Look, now it's hiding. Now it's gone. It's like,
Yeah, it's
oh, I
probably
heard.
in the crevice.
Oh, it's still in there. It'll come back, I'm sure.
Oh yeah. Mhm.
So now those are the herbs that you have to choose from to make your own oils. So
Yay!
I know. Since
She works in Jersey City. I mean, she lives in Jersey City, and I work in Jersey City. We gonna hook up.
I'm gonna tell her where I'm growing some of the herbs.
Yep, and she got a garden. I wanted to take my clients.
Oh.
A lot of them are of immigrant backgrounds, and so they love. I told one about
they're all farmers.
something in Lincoln Park that was having a series of workshops, and she went. She said her kids having a good time, and she's having a good time.
Guess who runs those workshop series?
You do?
I'm doing those.
Magda?
It's a small world.
Magda. Yeah.
She knows my
It's a small
That
world.
is so crazy.
So
That's my best client. She goes to everything. She loves to learn.
so y'all was
Look at
talking about
that.
the flying lantern on my.
Oh, that's what
What's
they
that?
do.
Remember, I just cut these off before you came.
Wow. Yeah, they destroy
See that?
trees.
That's
They
why
eat
we
my
have to get
grapevine.
them.
I mean,
I
yeah, my
called on them
grapevine.
last year when they first talking about them, and they used to ask you to call and give them the site where you see them,
But now they're
but
everywhere.
not now because they've had a year. Yeah, but they said they came out. They sent me a response. You know, because they used to ask you where's the address and you know stuff like that. But
They
now,
don't do
yeah,
that
they can't
because
do
now
anything
they can't
now.
go everywhere.
Yeah.
Imagine what it's gonna look like next year. Once they've had time to like multiply even more.
Yeah.
That's yeah. Those are the only bugs. I'm like, leave the bugs alone except that one.
Yeah.
Get them.
That one. I
We don't
got
need
one
them.
today. I felt so good.
Right, you're a hero.
All right, guys, let's try to get back to the presentation because I only have a little bit of battery percent.
And we're up
And
to
I
the
want to get us to try to, let me see what percent. I know we small talking a lot, but y'all know how women are when we get together. So y'all
That's
just,
to share.
well, people, period. Because I don't want nobody to get offended. You know how people are when we get together. We sharing.
So since these are dry, if you had fresh herbs, you would be using twice the amount. But since these are
okay.
dry,
Yes.
they don't have like the water content, so it's like stronger, more concentrated. What you're gonna do is you're gonna take a jar. It could be a small jar, it could be a big jar, it could be a huge jar. So I'm gonna give proportions instead of like ounces, so that they could be used for whatever size you have. So glass is better because plastic has things that will seep into your
Yes,
oils that you don't
yes.
need on your skin or
Yes,
in your
don't
food.
want it.
Right. So we're gonna fill the jars up to like 1/3 of the jar with dried herbs, and if we had fresh herbs, it would be like almost to the top, like 3/4. This one we're gonna do like 1/3. So I'm gonna make like a lavender oil,
Okay. And I get to make one, right?
whatever you want.
I want something for my granddaughters. I told you they have their
the
little
psoriasis.
eczema.
It's a little bit more. There we go. Less than half, a little bit more than like 1/4. And then
That's Nestles.
this one is
No.
lavender.
Lavender, okay.
Just the lavender. Because I go through lavender oil so much.
Yes.
It's my go-to.
Yes.
I'm using olive oil for this, but you could use any oil. If you like coconut oil, if you like flaxseed oil, hemp oil, avocado oil has like fat, like rich fat. So if you want to do like skincare,
Okay.
that's good.
So I have to look at one of the ones where you said it's good for like the skin.
Olive
Yeah,
oil.
yeah.
Yeah, olive oil will definitely get in and like sit on top too, so it like the medicine really stays there. Some oils get soaked in a little quicker, and depends like what your purpose of how you're gonna use the oil. But for like a skincare, olive oil is perfect.
Okay.
So I filled it all the way up to the top. Going to cover it. I like to label them with the date and what it is, because if you have like 20 jars, then you're like, wait, what am I doing? Give it a nice good shake. Get the oils all in there. And then you're going to take this jar and you're going to put it by a windowsill that gets nice sunlight. Leave it there for like 4 to 6 weeks. And after that amount of time, you're going to open it, strain out the herbs, and you're going to
I know people do that all the time.
mid-sentence. Yeah, once you strain out the herbs, the oil, you're going to smell
Look at
it.
that bird.
Oh,
And you see it was like singing too.
Oh, how pretty.
It was colorful also.
Look at that. The oil is gonna smell like lavender. If you add it to your food, it's gonna taste like lavender, and that's it. It's ready to be used.
Yeah.
And you can use it for your
I might
hair, for
enjoy
your
that when
skin.
it's ready.
Yeah, it's like perfume, like natural perfume, all the things. So that's how you make an herbal oil.
Okay.
So go ahead, you can make a few because I brought extra.
Oh, yay!
You
I
get
want
to
to
pick.
make one for myself and one for my granddaughters with their eczema.
Oh,
I know
good.
you said some were good to mix together for like irritated skin.
You could do just calendula alone, or you could even add some lavender to it. But I would do
Okay.
mostly calendula because that's the skin.
Yeah,
skincare
because they're
herb.
always telling me, Grandma, itchy.
Yeah, poor babies, and then they end up scratching and
Yes, and
spreading
they
even
scratch.
more.
Yes, you making the oil?
Can you make me a rose and lavender mix?
Yeah, rose and lavender. So I'm gonna share again.
And I want one of those.
We're
too.
doing like 3/4, so like less than half, like somewhere in between. And I'm gonna let you do it because then you get to pick like how much rose, if you want more
Okay.
rose than lavender, or like equal amounts.
So you said it needs to be this much
Yep,
herb.
of herbs in combination, both of them, and then add the oil. And then you're going to leave it like by a window. That's
That
great.
good?
Yeah, that's great because that one is fluffy. So it's
Oh, look at me putting the wrong top on. Oh, it smells so good. I like that one. I
you really
do.
gravitated to that one.
I don't know why. I do.
Now
I like
you know.
It. Yeah. And then I'm gonna put my oil. You said
You could add, if you want to add a little bit of lavender, a little bit of chamomile is also soothing.
I'll do that.
And then the oil, 4 to 6 weeks. That's when it's going to be ready.
Okay,
I'm gonna put
4
it
to
on
6
the
weeks.
windowsill.
Windowsill so it gets a little bit of sunlight because it gives it that heat.
Yep. It doesn't get too much, but it's the best spot. I have orchids,
That's
2
where the
orchids,
orchids thrive.
but they're not the pretty orchids like you see in the store with their nice tall
They're
stalk
all
with
pretty.
the cute little.
Right?
Mine are like jungly looking orchids, but they
That's
grow
beautiful.
beautiful. And they have the smaller flowers
Wow.
on them. They do a vine. So they bloom like in the early spring, and then again they'll bloom again in the fall because they're getting all their shoots now. They're getting ready to.
And they come back,
That's
they
mine,
stay,
guys. Lavender
And then in the cold months they just don't bloom.
but they're still green.
Yep, but the leaves are still.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice orchids. I might need
Yes.
some orchids in my house.
I definitely want this.
some of that. Go
She
for
likes
it.
it too.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's the skin
This
herb.
is for my granddaughters. And put the olive
Go for
oil.
it.
Yep. 'Cause they're always telling me they itchy.
Now you have like their own DIY
Now this
natural.
is good, right?
This that's enough.
Yeah, because
That's
this
too
one is
much.
very airy, so it's actually good.
Okay.
That one you want to fill all the way up to
Okay.
the top.
Okay.
So then the only ones you wouldn't make oils with are the nettles and oat straw.
You
Those are the
don't
ones
make.
that you don't make oil with. You make
Right.
tea with it.
Oh, so we can
Okay.
make some. We can mix that for dry.
Yes, you could. I
Yes.
have some bags for you guys to take some home and try
Yes.
those infusions.
Is that good enough, or should I put more? That's
I would
good.
pour more.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
all the way to the top. So
Okay, yeah, because I'm gonna strain that out anyway,
it's
right?
not gonna be a
I'm
lot.
not gonna strain mine, so I will leave it in.
You
Okay.
can. It makes it
Yeah.
pretty.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
then if you use it for your skin, you might get like little particles of the flour,
Oh,
which could be
yeah.
what's it called? I forgot what the word is. Like a scrub.
Oh yeah,
use the flowers like a
yeah.
So I didn't mix this.
Oh, this is gonna be great. I'm be able to. Grandma made you some oil for you. I know.
And that's the best. You're putting like the energy of like this medicine is for this person, and like
Yeah.
it's your heart, your soul putting
Yup.
medicine into it too.
Because all 3 of them have it. So,
Okay.
Now you're gonna take care of the babies.
yep, gotta do that. Now it's Grandma's turn.
Yeah.
I want the rose and the
rose-
lavender.
Oh, that's so good. You're taking care of yourself.
Ooh. This wasn't one that I did.
That was mixed already.
Oh yeah, that's not the one I. Is this one?
Yeah, that is the
yours?
one you did. I think that's
Yeah,
lavender.
you didn't do lavender, right? Oh,
I
yours
did
is
rose.
here.
I did. Mine's is right here. I did rose and lavender,
Okay.
and then I did just the
you
flower.
did one too.
Oh, I did. That was my
Yeah.
sample one. Yeah.
Oh, I think
It was
this
like a
is it
demo.
because I was
sample,
surprised it was.
Oh,
Okay, sorry, it's a
okay.
little bit of it spilled.
That's okay.
I'm looking
You
for
give
an
it-
empty jar.
You give it your good, like, grandma energy to it. So
I was
now-
looking for an empty jar. That's why I was like, this got something in it.
Oh, okay, let's put this one aside. Good, and more lavender oil. I can never have enough.
Yeah, it does smell
And you'll
heavy.
see after a few weeks, the oil gets infused with that smell.
Can you put a little lemon balm in? That's for drinking.
No, you
No.
could use lemon balm. It's
Okay, good.
antiviral. This is the one that's good for like viruses, like
Oh, I need a
Oh.
lemon
herpes and
balm.
sores. Everybody needs lemon balm.
I need a lemon balm.
Yeah.
My daughter is prone to cold sores. She's the only one in the family. Gets
See,
a
if y'all
cold
would have
sore.
came, y'all would have had some
And
oil, but
on
now
her
we get
face.
like 3.
Right.
For it. I'm like, I'm over here like,
Don't rub it
Like,
in.
keep it coming. Look, I don't want to carry more jars home, so please let's use them up.
I am happy. I'm happy to take oil with me. I love workshop
is that too
type
much?
of
Oh,
classes.
that's perfect.
It's probably a little too much, but it's okay. More.
How about that? Is
That's
that good?
okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good.
Good.
I mean, I like to use less herbs because once you strain it, you'll see you only have like less
That
than
much
half
oil.
in your.
Right.
Oh.
So
Right.
that's why I'm like, 1/3 is enough, but having more won't affect it.
And you know what I was thinking? Is it all right for me to, after the 4 to 6 weeks, to dump it into an even bigger jar and add more oil?
You can, but it's not gonna be the same. It's gonna be diluted. This one is already like.
Straight drop.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this is gonna be good stuff.
Yeah, no, sometimes I'll open my jars every now and then and it just hits you. Like the way that you
Yeah.
open the lavender herb and you're like, oh, that's lavender? That's what the oil is going to do too. It's going to be like, oh, that's definitely
I'm gonna
lavender.
enjoy this.
Right. And
So
there's.
I'm not even putting it in the bathroom.
I'm so happy you
Oh.
came by today and shared your knowledge with us
Yes.
and
Me
taught
too.
us
I
some
was
glad
things.
you're here.
I was looking forward, and look at how it was destined.
Yeah, y'all
Yeah,
already,
right?
yes. That part.
This is fun. I'm
Because I
glad
started
you
not to
invited me.
come, and something kept saying, "No, go."
You have
You know, you gotta
to.
listen to that.
That
Mm-hmm.
voice.
So, and then another thing I would do when I get home,
Mm-hmm.
I would try to label them. You wanna
Yes,
put labels
yes,
on them
yes,
so you don't
yes.
forget which is which. 'Cause
Yes.
you know, over the time, the oil may change the color of the herb or the way it looks to you. Like, you can recognize it right now.
Right.
The
Right.
rose will definitely lose its color because it goes straight into the oil.
Oil.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I have some labels at home, so I'm going to
Okay,
go
good.
right in and do. I'm going to do a third one. What do you suggest?
I have a Sharpie if you want to use that, but if
Oh,
you want to
okay.
do like a nice label,
Right.
then do it.
I want this
great.
one to be a lot thick.
Which
Yeah,
rose
but
is
that's
that?
more
That
more
lemon balm. This
strength.
the
Yes,
lemon
yes,
balm.
yes. I want to do one of those
Yeah,
too.
you need a Sharpie. You can put the label on top. The Sharpie won't erase.
Oh, yep. We'll do that.
See, already I'm looking. This one
Right?
has pink in it. So this is the
That
calendula.
one, yeah, I could see the little flowers in there.
This is the calendula.
Yeah, the little calendula
Oh, okay.
flowers.
I was thinking rose when you said.
You remember how to spell it?
There you go. It's in your mind.
Oh, you have a good memory because I need to ask.
And you added chamomile to that one too,
I did.
right? Calendula
See.
and chamomile. Yeah, some people are allergic to
part I forgot.
chamomile, so that way you'll know. Most people who are allergic to
Uh-oh.
like daisy, yeah, chamomile, Mille.
Okay.
Sometimes I like to work with the moon. Like you had mentioned moon. You could infuse these like in a new moon because that's the energy of like starting, and then strain them out in like a full moon. So 6 weeks later, and that's when it's like the most potent. So
Okay.
and then you could even write like I did this on like a new moon in
Yep.
like Pisces or Sagittarius, and it has different
Wow.
different energies, different personalities.
Wow.
That's
Never thought about it that way.
ULA
Dula calendula.
and lemon balm.
They used to do that. My mother used to do that with her hair. Cut it
In
on
a
the
certain
new
moon.
Like
The
that.
new moon.
Oh, that's lemongrass.
Lemon balm.
Oh, lemon balm. Okay.
Yeah, it's a little bit different. They're similar, but lemon balm is more specific.
Then this one is the lavender and rose. I want to make sure I know
Oh.
what that one is. Like you
So
said.
they're all labeled.
Before you go, take more goodies. Get
Oh,
some
the
of the
tea, yeah.
teas to make at home.
Yes. I wanted to make one more oil.
You said the lemon balm. You
The
need
lemon
lemon
balm.
balm. You gotta have lemon balm.
For
That's
anti-
antiviral.
Yep.
And it's funny, sometimes we get rashes, right? And it's
Already,
really like,
no, I got mosquito bites. That's
yeah.
all I have.
How did the plantain go? Do you feel wherever?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a
I
new
felt it.
spot. It's a new spot.
You need more of that
New
plantain.
spot. They're like,
I'll show you
okay,
where
I'm
it's
gonna get you
growing.
right here now.
Right?
What garden did you get this from? Where are you growing that
This
at?
one, this is nettles. This one I ordered it.
Okay.
The lemon balm from Guttenberg in Hudson County.
Mhm.
And I want to
Anything
say
from
probably
Newark?
the People's Garden.
Oh, the People's Garden. Okay.
Yeah, they also
Some of
have
this is
tubs.
sourced from Newark.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
People's Garden. I know where
On
it is. It's
Garside.
Garside.
Mhm.
Yeah, because that's a garden I used to visit occasionally.
Okay.
And Tobias, I was in the group when he first got started.
Mm.
When it used to be at Essex County.
Uh-huh.
All of that.
Wow,
That's
the
yeah.
origins.
Yep.
Well, there's lemon balm growing everywhere because it's like a mint. It's like a weed. So
Mm-hmm.
if you have one and you
Is
plant it
that a
outside,
good amount?
that's a good amount. Yeah,
Okay.
that's a good place to find lemon balm.
Once I gardened,
Now
my
I know where to get my
daughter,
rose from.
Nah, you're more than welcome.
Oh, I'm so glad.
my daughter started gardening after I started gardening. She got a spot in like Bloomfield, because
Okay.
it's gardens everywhere. Where she rented a spot and she started gardening too, back in the day for a little bit. And then I used to be on Broadway. There's a garden right near the High School of Technology.
Okay, I don't know the area.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah, because you're from.
Kansas City. So that garden I was telling you about is inside Lincoln Park. It's the Learning Garden. That's where we
Wait
have the
till I
World
tell
Chess Series.
Magda. That's my girl. She is so. Missy Lane, thank you, Missy Lane.
So we have our sting. Is it stinging? ING?
Thinking nettles.
Oh, let me put
Oh
ING.
yeah, I need the.
Yeah,
I
because
need
sometimes
those.
you get like some weeds that's like purple dead nettles, and they're medicinal, and you could eat them. But the stinging nettles is what has like all those vitamins.
Ultra. And the
So
stinging
this is
nettle.
the nettles. Right? This for tea. I wrote down.
Yeah,
I wrote down some stuff.
you definitely want to add some honey because that nettles
Yes,
has a
I
strong
know. It
flavor.
seems like it's. I would not dare try to drink it without something.
I think I need a little bit. Which? Yeah, nettle.
You need some more nettle?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got it open for you.
Thank you. Are these glass jars?
They are.
They feel so light. Nice. Where you get those?
These I probably ordered. I don't want to say the name of where I ordered because no one should be ordering from there anymore.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
But it's like the most the easiest way. I know they have them at Whole Foods too, but those are expensive.
I know.
Everything in Whole Foods is expensive.
Stop it. It's not. Every supermarket is expensive. I am a
Yeah, it
Whole
is.
Foods and Trader Joe's
I
junkie.
like Whole
Trader Joe's.
Foods.
It's not that. Everything is expensive now.
Yeah, everything is.
I went to extra supermarket in Newark, and where I can get a pack of organic spaghetti for $1 or something, or
Everything is crazy.
dollar whatever at Whole Foods. It was almost $3, $2.49 at extra.
Because it's organic and a lot of people
No,
don't
it wasn't
shop
even organic.
Not even
That part.
organic.
No, just regular spaghetti.
Is that how you spell it? Two T's?
Yep, 2 T's.
And it's
Nettles.
stinging.
Stinging nettles.
All right, guys, we have one more quick activity left. That's to
Oh, we
make
do?
Mugwort.
the mugwort.
We're gonna go over and harvest some.
So we're gonna stop. Okay, we're gonna stop this part. Stop it.